40 developmental assets are about what children need to grow up healthy, thriving, and involved in positive activities. In this video, we will be focusing on children from birth to age 5. It is our hope that you will become a more intentional asset builder and join the Assets in Action movement. We will be looking at the assets in 3 broad categories. They are safe places, positive caring adults, and meaningful activities. Safe places. Young children need safe places in which to live, play, learn, and just have fun. A safe place is one that is emotionally safe as well as physically safe.
The most recent research that we have about brain development and about human relationships pretty much can be summarized as that human beings of any age need to be in environments and relationships where they know they're safe, where they feel important and valued, and where they have a sense of belonging. And really what the assets do is break down and kind of spell out for all of us how we can provide intentionally those experiences for kids and also for families.
I want to make sure that provider is going to take that time to get to know my child. I want to make sure that person's attentive, is going to get down to my child's level and talk to them and listen to what they're saying. I want to make sure that they're concerned and they're worried about my child's well-being, and that they're going to take that time to pay attention to what they're doing and how they're acting and how they're developing.
For young children, a safe place includes having a caring adult within a fairly close proximity. Safe places include the child's home, childcare, preschool, library, playgrounds, and other places where children can be found. Positive caring adults. A child can never have too many positive caring adults in his or her life. A positive caring adult is a person who is there to support the child as he or she grows and develops.
It's about building integrity and trust in your children and letting them know that they are valued, and to build that self-esteem. Children love it when they know that you know their nickname or something about them, what colors they like, what cartoons they like, what books they like to read. So it's just being aware of these things that we already know, but also going out there and doing them intentionally to promote positive role models and relationships in our community.
I just do what I feel. For instance, if a child comes up to me and say, I want you to write this down for me. I go, okay, what do you want me to write? And I will write it down exactly the way they say it. And they'll say, put my name right here. Now, what I do is I will spell the child's name out. So I'm developing, I think, a relationship with that child and letting that child know, you're important to me because here's your name on this piece of paper, and I don't care what the drawing looks like.
I'm a very animated person with them, and they really enjoy that. I think that's probably one of the things that they find that's more engaging with me and them and creates that bond with them, is that you can get down to a level with them and that mentality of a childlike behavior with them and just have fun. I mean, the whole point of being an early childhood teacher, it's not to be rigid, it's to be flexible and smooth and relaxed and fun.
Caring adults show support in positive ways, recognizing the child's strengths and building upon those strengths. A positive caring adult could be someone like you, who encourages the child and has realistic and appropriate expectations. Meaningful activities. Children are happiest when they are involved in meaningful and fun activities. It can be as simple as reading a favorite story or as complex as making Play-Doh.
When they're finger painting, they learn a numerous spectrum of things. They learn the colors, they learn the textures, how things feel. It creates them an opportunity to use their imagination of what they could make out of it, or what is suddenly becoming into that maybe they hadn't originally planned it to be. It also opens up opportunities for them to share things from their daily lives, things they've recently experienced with their families, or things they might have done over the weekend if they want to create something that's meaningful in that way, remembering and recalling and prompting them to bring up conversation and discussing some of those things with you. We're learning together, and that I'm not always going to know all the answers either, and that's okay because we're always learning. And so they know that you're always genuinely interested in what they're doing, that you're looking at the activity, and you're not just looking at the end of what the activity is supposed to be. That's pretty much irrelevant in early childhood. You're looking at the process. You're looking at how that child is feeling when they're doing the activity. You're looking at the ways that they are growing, the ways that you're opening up their horizons, that they're expanding those opportunities to learn, and that they're feeling good about what they're doing, that they're knowing that they are valued, that you really appreciate them, that you're glad that they're there that day, that you're making that effort to engage with them.
For you to have a good relationship, they have to feel safe in their environment. Then you start building a trust and respect with the children and the families. Then we plan all these wonderful, engaging activities for children to participate in, but you have to have the other two core units already in place. Or those activities have less meaning or less value if you don't have a safe environment and that relationship of trust and respect all have to be in place. Then you can build this rich curriculum that has no limit to what you can do and explore together.
Young children still believe they can accomplish anything in the world. We want children to feel competent, smart, and helpful. Jolene Relke Partain is a highly recognized writer and parent educator. She has written 30 books, including Parenting Preschoolers with a Purpose and The Best of Building Assets Together. Her books have been translated into a number of languages and are sold internationally. So Jolene has plenty to say on the subject of asset building.
It's about looking kids in the eyes and getting to know them and doing the simple, easy things. And those are so important. If you just get everybody to do that in the community, your community will be a better place. But as people start doing that, then they start looking at other things and they go, well, what about? And so to me, asset building is about endless possibilities. It's about unleashing creativity. You just go in so many different ways that are just amazing.
We are asking that you join our asset movement. Help provide safe places for children where positive, caring adults offer meaningful and fun activities. Pay attention to the children in your neighborhood. Get to know their names and talk with them. Enjoy getting to know what they like to do. Build upon their strengths. Make your neighborhood emotionally and physically safe. If you are currently working with children, join the Assets in Action movement today and be intentional in your asset building.
Those three things we talk a lot, to about parents, and they look at that and they say, of course I want my children to be safe. Of course I want them to feel like they belong and they're important. I said, well, how does that play into childcare? When you're leaving your children. And so when you're leaving your children with caring adults that love your children and they're safe, those caring adults are also going to make them feel important. They're going to do things to important activities, develop activities that are going to help them develop as they grow. Those things are so important because we know what happens the first 5 years. Again, it does not matter where they come from, what age, most parents want better for their children than they had for themselves. So they're open. And the 40 Developmental Assets is just so wonderful because, again, you don't need a master's to do this at home.
Make sure that every child and adult who enters your environment is acknowledged in a positive, caring way. Have a positive attitude that expects young children to do well. Be sure to surround yourself with asset builders so that you can keep our emotional bank account full.
The message that I want people to understand is that we all do developmental assets. My message is I want you to think about it. I want you to think about it every day. I want you to think about it in terms of your whole world, of the other adults in your world and the children in your world. And I want you to think intentionally today, I'm going to go out and build an asset. What I personally do is I pick an asset a day. And I say, today I'm going to build children as resources. And then I go out and I bet I find 20 opportunities to do that.
Remember, our children are our greatest resource. For more information about Assets in Action, contact the Health Improvement Partnership of Shasta County at www.hipshasta.org.
And I know your heart will be there to guide me. just remember